Hey guys, how's it going? tmanplays here with another Warno game for you today, and today we're going to be doing a 10v10. Um, we're going to be playing as the fourth Machutzen, and we're going to be taking the open ground of Foxtrot here. You'll see I got quite a intricate deployment going to all these tree lines, and well, we're going to be utilizing these AT guns here, the PEC MT-12s. Basically for these uh, missile systems here. As I think fourth is actually pretty strong over the open ground now, just because of these AT guns, and hopefully I can showcase some of that. So our teammate here did surrender, so an AI is now controlling his units. So I do have to be mindful of Echo now, but our advanced deployable AA already going to be getting deployed, taking some shots at these gazelles. We get a little bit of recon up, and our CV going to be able to capture Foxtrot as we don't see our opponent yet. So the only thing about these AT guns, obviously, because they come in the MTLBs, really slow to get to the front line. So they take quite a while. And we see on the left-hand side here, a lot of Abrams and a lot of PVADs followed up with some recon Bradleys. So obviously the enemy main push coming this side. So this AT gun gonna have to unload a bit early. As you can see, we're already kind of in range here. So gonna unload that, start to get some shots off in his direction. Because these are so bunched up though, they're getting stunned down like crazy. Just from all these T-62 missiles, the T-80UD and all that. So Pac-12 gonna be kind of just out of range firing. This one though is gonna get a nice shot. Already destroy a Bradley there. Because the Apache was here, I decided to move my CV to this right-hand side of the zone. As we also see a Leopard 2 command coming in. But I already have AT guns in these tree lines. Gonna force them to smoke that. And well, because we've captured this little area, gonna move up my AT gun from the rear to help kind of zone this. Nice little line of sight there. But we're just gonna start slowly advancing all our AT guns across the field. Also getting a Metis up to help push this side. Finally move my CV back in the zone so that we'll start capturing this again. And with my first tick, I basically just bought a bunch of supplies to help keep the missiles on all these stocked up, as well as give the Strellas all their ammunition that they'll need. Wild Weasel there going to get tagged by my cube. And well, Pac-12's already putting in the work, killing an M48 there. Trying to move up with the Metis to see what all he has here. And well, all these pack guns going to start opening up on this 2A3 now that he's exposed himself. Strela there takes out the recon. You can just see all these fast-firing missiles. So we see he has an infantry advantage here, so gonna pull back my units to just heal those up. Don't need to rush those forward. Apache there, gonna come in, destroy one of my Strellas. But then we're gonna force him away. And because I've kind of pushed him out of the zone, gonna move my CV out just so he doesn't artillery it or anything. Keep that in cover. So I know I'm lacking recon here now, so I'm going to push up the recon here. Maybe spot these tanks that are shooting at my units here. Give my AT guns something to shoot at. But by spotting all this anyways, all these AT guns can now open up on all this infantry here. So now I'm going to move up my other grenade launcher, just really suppress all this down. I'm also moving up my transports just to soak up any fire that he starts to kind of throw my direction. And basically with every tick of income now, I'm just buying these T-55 AM2Bs and Metis. As you can see, another T-55 AM2B there, another Metis, and some AA. But we're slowly clearing them out. Basically trying to take full control of this corner. And then we're going to start focusing our effort on this middle zone. Teammate doing a good job over here on the left. Two guys, actually. But now that we got the transports up, we can continue to spot all these units. I have the Metis now showing up as well. And while the 2A3 at a distance isn't going to be too much of a threat, so you can see we're just forcing him to continue to pull those heavy tanks back, which allows my infantry to kind of advance and take these key positions. So we spot some recon that he has. We also spot some Fern Spare there from my recon that moved up. So those BMP3s on the left, going to be able to engage that, try and take that out, knock out his vision in this area. This is just kind of a slow march across the objective. So also got an MI2 up to kind of serve some recon for all this in case he has some more Fern Spare in this tree line here or here. I can just kind of zone that out, as I don't think he really has AA. So sure enough, we spot the Fern Spare as it's retreating. We've now wiped out all the infantry in this area and the recon. So we have full control of this. And while we're just going to keep advancing with our T-55 AM2Bs. So we can see that range, 2,800 meters, slowly getting closer. So I'm going to have to push them up a little bit further just to get in range there. But once they get in range, you can see those missiles start flying. And, well, we at least get one hit there, chipping away slowly at the 19 armor of that 2A3. And forcing him to push back even further with all those heavy tanks. So moved up the MI2 as well. And, well, we spot the Fern Spare there. Get a nice side shot on that 2A3. And while as the smoke disappears, can just continue to open up on these Leopards. Force them to keep pulling back as we just slowly keep advancing there. So now I'm starting to focus my attention on the middle because we're only at a +2. I feel like we could be better served if we get a CV in here and whatnot. So I see a sniper there. Not a problem for my CV, as this is an armored CV. So we can keep that moving. Although I need to kind of scout this with MTLBs, make sure no missiles go flying, and then I can kind of move in my CV there. So rerouting some logistics over here as well. And we're going to start kind of pivoting a little bit to the right, as I don't really want to get too close to those 2A3s. I'd rather just keep my advantage at distance. And well, there's a lot of distance in this field here, so now I'm going to start to kind of exploit that. Sure enough, missile comes flying, hits my MTLB, so we can't move in our CV just yet. Needed to clear this area a little bit better before we can move in. So we see what fired at us, just an M150, and well, the Pac-12 there, gonna be able to take that out. Our Strella's basically able to keep away those Gazelle Hots, and well, now I'm gonna push a little bit further with this MTLB, see if any other missiles come flying. Sure enough, the AI here gonna call out some of these AT vehicles. As that's a nasty hit. But nothing really happening here now. I'm just slowly moving up my AT guns to better positions. And then my new force is now arriving on this side. So these Strellas, I'm basically pushing them up, trying to take out all these little 4 hit point Gazelles. Because my MTLB is sitting here and not being fired upon, I deem it safe enough to move a CV in the zone. So I'm just going to move that in. We see there's not a counter CV, so we can just capture that and then move our CV back out. Have more AT guns approaching, as well as these T-55 AM2Bs in good positions. Gonna move up my Strela a little bit further, try and take out more of these helicopters, as he does have quite a stack of Gazelles here. So can at least take out the first Hot 2. And well, reinforcement-wise, more AT guns approaching. We had another coup that we purchased for air defense here. But overall, this line is going to remain relatively static for now. So our cube gets a nice hit on that A-10. So T-55 there, gonna get a nice missile hit on a Chaparral. We see he's starting to get aggressive with his helicopters. Fortunately, my 2 Strellas here missing a lot of shots. Same with the 10M here, as we don't connect on any of those missiles. And the next volley of 4 missiles going to open up now. Get 1 hit, 2 hit, and 1 last Puma Pirate with 1 last missile. But the Strela there going to end up taking that out. So 2A3, I assume he shifted his 2A3s from here to here. So we're going to have to move back this T-55. We've got an AT gun now, 2 AT guns actually, to basically hold this front. And with these other AT guns, we're slowly pushing across. But I need recon here now, so we're basically going to kind of stop the advance of that and send this back to get some more Strellas. I also have 2 AT guns that I'm trying to figure out where I want to deploy at the moment. As you can see, another T-55 AM2B approaching, and there's the recon that I see. So this T-55 going to be opening up on this Leopard. Gets another nice hit there, forcing him to pull back some more, which now puts him in line of sight of these AT guns. So 2 more missiles going to go flying in. Get another nice tag there as he's trying to retreat. This Leopard happens to get into line of sight of this missile. So he's going to be forced to smoke, pull those back some more. As we're just keeping him at range across the front line here. So the AI, thankfully, going to bring in some recon for me, which now exposes all these units in the open. Air defense going to be able to take out that Mirage. But because we can see all this now, allows these Pac-12s to really open up. And, well, another Chaparral there goes down. Going to be opening up on the Stinger there. You can see just as soon as we see something, all these missiles just go flying. Bradley goes down there. Brought some helicopters for support. Just help clear some of this infantry a little bit easier, keep the advance going. And, well, that recon should be approaching soon. We can see the opponent there. Going to be trying to smoke to keep the engagement distances relatively small. But now I'm just going to move across my MCLBs. Basically help spot things for all these AT guns. And, well, once those Engineer Dragon get spotted, all the fire support just instantly starts deleting them. I was going to move my recon here, but as he has the smoke there, I decided it's better to repath it up this left-hand side. And, well, you can see these AT guns going to be able to keep him at distance there. Another Abrams goes down. T-55 here trying to get a missile hit on that. Does get the hit. More missiles flying in for that Abrams command. Gets instantly taken out. And, well, because I got the recon up, I can spot everything that comes to the front of these trees. And you can see all the missiles that go flying. Another M1 Abrams goes down. And, well, guess he hasn't learned his lesson yet, as all the missiles gonna go flying again. Only get one hit that time, though. Sure enough, he keeps it in line of sight. And, well, there's another hit, another 3 hits. Another missile hit, gonna hit the Bradley there. And you can just see the devastation all these units are causing, as we're just able to keep them at range. So get a little close there with my T-55. Take a nasty hit from an M1A1. Am going to lose that. But at this point, I already have such overwhelming fire as he pushes out this M1A1. Just going to get shot in the side by another Pac-12 missile there. Sure enough, the last M1A1 going to be able to get stunned down by the helicopter, and, well, another nasty missile hit takes out another M1A1 there. So now I'm just pushing forward with these helicopters. I have the recon right at the edge here, so I'm just seeing what all's here. We see his units trying to make an attack here now, but I guess he hasn't learned the lesson, as these are just going to be allowed to open up again. And, well, he has to smoke that off and retreat. Sure enough, he's going to surrender after that. Pulling back the helicopters, as there was nothing left for me to shoot there. The tow unit there going to be taken out. And, well, since he's already used his smoke, we now have free shots on all these. Going to end up stunning those 2A3s down. Ito there going to get taken out by the T-55. Sure enough, he's got some helicopters. I did bring up some fresh Mi-24Ds, but it looks like he was ready for that with the OH-58 there. So one of those going to go down. Trying to pull back the other, but the OH-58 there is going to take that out. So just lost those 2 helicopters kind of carelessly as we're repairing the other 2. I do have plenty of AA up, though, to keep that from happening again. And well, I'm just going to keep these at a distance. I bought some infantry to go here so I can start clearing this out. But with a minute and 50 seconds left to victory, we don't need to be too aggressive here. As we're just going to slowly march across, bring up my other two helicopters now. So you can see the opposing team here has quite a lot of forces on this left-hand side. But whenever they try and push into my zone, you can see this M1A1 just getting absolutely peppered. And well, the Pac-12 going to be able to take out another one there. So tow cobras, Apaches approaching. I do have pretty decent AA defense though. One cube in the rear. But Strella's going to take out the first tow cobra there. The T-55, unfortunately, going to get hit in the side and then destroyed with an Apache missile. Do take out the other tow cobra, so now just the Apache to deal with. As all these Strellas going to start opening up, but the Cube there going to be able to get the first shot on target, and well, another M1A1 going to go down. Another Apache here trying to push forward, as well as the 2A3s trying to push forward again, but by this point, I've already got more units all around this front. Take out the command 2A3 there. Another missile coming in for this 2A3 is going to get a nice hit. And well, right as we're about to get the kill, we get a nice little victory there. So good amount of kills, pretty low amount of losses. We did pretty well there with fourth, especially in an open environment. But if we just kind of go through the kill feed here, you can see AA defense doing a really good job. This T-55 AM2B getting a pretty good kill list there. This Pac-12, two M1A1s. Just all these units performing pretty well. But yeah, losses, nothing spectacular there. Basically, the two helicopters here from the OH-58C was, a decent loss. Nothing crazy. Other than that, I think we played pretty well. But that being said, guys, hope you enjoyed that one, and I'll catch you on the next one. Later.